Hi guys, Breaker back again with another GM versus GM game. This would actually happen to have, looks like it's going to be playing for the sgeht team in the lower right hand corner of the map Star Station. Sgeht Spirates. And in the upper right hand corner, spawning is our Protoss in the blue trunks. This is the second time that a member of sgeht has faced off against him. It is StarNan. Now, I do remember there's a statement released by Blizzard that replays contain the personal information of players, and it's actually a little interesting to note that I actually have replays of these players, and it just, I don't know, it makes it a little more of an auspicious reason for MLG not to disclose those replays, and I understand them not doing that, but of course I'd like to go ahead and recast them in the Chinese language. Kind of help propagate the scene. There's a lot of people who support Gamania Sen that would definitely want to watch them on YouTube. Of course, mostly I'm talking about his fans from Taiwan, but he also has a lot of fans from mainland China, and I could also upload those videos and put them on Yoku. Just some food for thought. This is an interesting place to put barracks. Doesn't look all that hidden to me. Maybe if it was right here, it'd be a different story, or up here, for that matter, it would be a much more different story. So I'm a little curious as to just why he put the barracks right here. The only reason I can think of immediately thus far would be to kind of get a Sim City going about here-ish. Refinery going down, and with the stage that we see it finishing, I think we're going to see a Reaper. Gateway, about done. Just give it about 5 seconds and we're good to go. Yep. Of course, more and more probes being tacked on, as well as the cybernetics core. There it is, the first Reaper in production right now. Behind this, we do see that cybernetics core going down and a second gas. I know that typically during PvP, what we have is, I don't know how to describe it. We typically have the second gas going down. Like, you know what? I'm not even gonna guess what he's trying to do, but whatever it is, I'm telling you right now, it's coming off of the advanced tech tree. That is to say, it's either going to be C, S, or R here. That being the Twilight Council, the Stargate, or the Robo Bay. Excuse me, the robotics facility. And here we have the first Reaper coming out, and it's going to pop up right next to that pylon. The Zealot catches onto it, and the Stalker is not out in time to adequately deal with it. A few probes get pulled off the line, and now it's kind of adequately dealt with. Ooh, wait, oh man, he could have gotten a full surround there if he had simply pulled all of his probes, but now that is a living and well Reaper that has gotten away with one worker kill. Combat Drug's going to effect on it right now. You can see that it's backed up to orange health, and behind this we see that Protoss is going with its second Nexus. Meanwhile, Terran is actually getting quite the quick expand from this, and a factory going down behind it, so maybe we're going to see some kind of 1-1-1 play coming out of this. The factory at this stage in the game, definitely there for harass. Of course, that's the one thing that we always see a factory follow up for. Robotics facility, there. I didn't call it, I didn't even try to call it, but like, typically, that's, I think this is a kind of Wings of Liberty classic opener, if you will. Second probe looks like it's going to get sniped by that Reaper. Excellent map control thus far, and just like really trying to make that Reaper effective where he can. 25 probes to 1 mule. And these, excuse me, 25 probes to 23 SCVs and 1 mule. Not SCV, good god. The Stalker trying to chase away that Reaper. Not quite doing such a good job with that. More and more SCVs getting tacked on, and both players just macroing up. Nothing too terribly silly, no turn for the worst, and it looks like that is a 1-1-1 play that we have actually coming from our Terran. He actually threw down the starport. It's about finished, give it 2 seconds. And the mothership core is also out and on the way. And what is this? Double forge going down for Spirates. I do apologize, excuse me, for StarNan. And I do apologize for not putting the names up sooner. Ooh, that Reaper's gonna get shut down. Yeah. I believe all we saw from... Ouch, that's actually pretty good. 3 worker kills off of a single Reaper. I don't know who is to blame for this. Just the epic control of Spirates, or StarNan maybe taking it a little lazy. Alright. Double gas going down at the natural. And the observer's going to come in here and see everything. Yep. So basically what I know can happen with what we see now is typically it'll be a, of course we see the double factory. The one of them is going to have a tech lab, I think, and the other one's going to have a reactor. This is basically to rapidly crank out some mini tanks. No. Interesting. Looks like we're going to see our mini tanks, aka Hellbats, get cranked out of the factory here with the reactor on it. And these two will probably either be dedicated to tank and or Thor production, possibly both. This is interesting. We actually have a Raven in production right now. 2 Hellions moving out, trying to just assert their dominance over the map, and it looks like they will do so without contest with the northern position Zelnaga Watchtower. Probe going in here to the natural, and it looks like, oh god. Yeah, that Hellion was shut down with relative ease. There's an observer waiting out here in the middle of nowhere. I guess that's just to pick up on any medevac drops that may be moving down. And now we have 4 Hellbats altogether with a bunch of Marines and some tanks. A Widow Mine. So we actually have quite the spicy, quite the diverse composition here. I do want to say that there is a bit of danger to it. It's just that if we saw a Stargate opener from StarNan, he would be in a much better position. But as it is right now, he's adding on a classical counter to tanks, and that would be Immortals, yes. 1 for 1, an Immortal will always beat a tank. And a Thor coming into the mix as well. I wonder how they perform versus Immortals. Possibly just barely beating them. Who knows? More and more infrastructure being tacked on for StarNan. This time it comes in the form of gateways. I think he's ready to go all in with this. You know, he's got +1/+1, no, +2/+2 on the way. And I don't know if Terran actually has any upgrades right now. He doesn't, but of course he's going to try. He has +1 vehicle weapons, and he's actually trying to compensate for this by his unit numbers. And if that observer was actually paying attention to what was happening here, just as the, or if excuse me, StarNan was paying attention to that observer just as it arrived here, then he would see that the Marines here are basically naked, and they have virtually no upgrades, no stim, not even stim. And now we gotta see. Oh boy, this is actually really bad right here. This is really gonna split. You know, this is gonna tax StarNan's multitasking as well as his income. Another gateway out and on the way. We actually have photon overcharge going down here, and there it is. GG. You know, StarNan just says, I don't even want to deal with this. Like, everything here just got totally annihilated by what Spirates threw here. I want to go back and check the engagement one more time. This was a relatively short game, and it should be over soon. Oh, wait just a minute. Oh, there's the whole reason why. Oh my god, that is really bad engagement. Damn. Okay. So I hope you guys will forgive me for missing that engagement while I caught on to the harass. This has been Breaker. I'll see you guys next time. And just remember, guys, those double forges versus Terran is always a dangerous choice to go with. Alright, so this has been Breaker. I'll see you guys next time.